Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Mindful Monday. If it's your first time watching, feel free to put in the comments where you're watching from. If you have any questions, if you have any topics you'd like to hear covered, I'd love to hear about those. You can also direct message me them as well. If it is your first time watching, you're free to type the word mindful in the comments on any platform that you are watching. And of course, after the recording, I'll come back and put a link in that you can follow, which will then give you your free weekly PDFs, which are simply bullet points of what we cover every week, as well as a free hypnotic recording on releasing limiting beliefs that I created. All right, and so today we're here to talk about how to connect to your spirit guides for wisdom, protection, and guidance. So it's a more spiritual topic today. So what are spirit guides, you might ask? Well, according to Gabby Bernstein, spirit guides are beings of the highest truth and compassion, and they're working on our behalf to guide our thoughts and our energy back to faith, forgiveness, light, and love. So it's a return to love. If you're familiar with Course in Miracles, that's where we want to be. We want to be resonating in love. Wherever there is love, there cannot be fear. So love is the opposite of fear, if you will. So great place to be. They're spiritual beings, so they're not physical beings, meaning they are not bound by the natural laws of this world. And so they are always present though, yet we must decide if we want to dialogue or interact with them and allow their presence to be known to us. They could be a spirit that we may have been with in other lifetimes, if you believe in that. They could be one of our past ancestors, or they could be someone else that we knew in this lifetime who has moved on, or something else. Who knows, right? So many things we do not know. And so how does one experience his or her spirit guides, you might ask? Well, some folks will have an inner knowing. We all have these different senses in hypnosis NLP. We talk about people who are more visual, more auditory, more kinesthetic. And so it's not that different in this realm either. You can have an inner knowing. You might see lights or orbs. Sometimes books or objects fall down. You might kind of spend some time with a pen in your hand after meditation and do some free writing. You might just have them connect. You might hear them in meditation or after meditation, things like that. So all different ways. We all have our own unique communication styles. We have our own unique connection styles as well. So how do you connect with your spirit guides? So number one, Gabby says that we want to get into the habit of asking for their support. No guides can come in without your permission, and you need to actually call upon them. So you're not going to just have a surprise visitor. Don't worry if you're not into this kind of stuff. So some of the things you might want to do is kind of make a list of what you would like guidance with. You can list 5 to 10 of your main topics. Another thing you want to do is only call in spirit guides of the highest truth and compassion, basically. You can say something like, guides of the highest truth and compassion, I invite your guidance in for assistance with. You can call upon your guides at any time. And you don't really need a serious issue either, I might say. If you're doing a presentation or you're writing something and my spirit animal apparently decided to crash our Facebook Live today. Sorry about that. Anytime you trust your pets and go live, it's not a good thing. It's a humorous thing though. So as I was saying, you don't really need a serious issue. If you have to do a live presentation, you can kind of just be like, okay, spirit guides, be with me now, write with me, speak through me kind of thing, stuff like that. So it's kind of this protection, kind of goodwill kind of thing as well. Let's see. Step number 2 is really going to be you want to ask for their guidance or help, invite them in. And number 2 is really you need to listen, obviously. It's just like, with communication styles in person, you need to be listening to your partner or your friend or your significant other. So it's necessary to kind of quiet the mind though, to speak with spirit guides or to communicate with them, and slow your vibration down to become aligned with this different kind of energy. You want to attune your energy to kind of a light and love or peaceful kind of state, because if we're all it's kind of hard to connect. It's a different vibration, if you will. And this can be done by meditation or taking some nice slow breaths is helpful too. So after you have meditated, number 3, something you might want to do, particularly if you're new to this, is kind of grab a pen, a few sheets of paper, or a journal if you're a journaler, And you can kind of say something like an invitation, like, thank you guides of the highest truth and compassion for revealing to me the solutions to these issues, or for revealing to me whatever you want me to know, or I welcome you to write through me now, kind of thing. And then you just kind of, you can even close your eyes and just see what your pen does. So you might put that at the top of that sheet of paper, your like invitation, and then close your eyes and just let your hand kind of flow, if you will. And know that you might have, a lot of people will have that writing style and they'll be amazed, or you might actually hear the voices too. And spirit guides can speak in first person, or they can speak in second person. They might say, dearest Ashley, kind of thing. So it's always interesting, right? Another thing you can do is you can ask for a sign. And spirit guides, just like my cat who's making all kinds of noise during Facebook Live, can be quite playful as well. So they might throw a book down, or do something wild for you. Of course, you have to invite them in, and they're just having fun and being playful. Some other things, hey Shailu, hey Matthew, nice to see you all here, is you want to really stay in an energy of gratitude. So if your spirit guides are communicating with you, you don't want to be like, oh my gosh, why didn't you tell me that earlier? Because that's not going to invite them to communicate more. You just want to be like, oh, thank you for being there, thank you, kind of thing. So stay in that gratitude. Gratitude is a wonderful practice anyway. And then you really want to let go of outcomes. Basically, in most kind of spiritual or higher self practices, you really do want to let go of the outcomes and just trust the process. The more you trust, the more things go smoothly. If you're constantly trying to manipulate or control things, most things don't go that well. And another thing that is kind of nice is if you can think about becoming more childlike. So they say that before the age of 7, we're all in hypnosis. Our subconscious mind is wide open. And so if you see like little children at that age, they're just amazed and in wonder all the time. So if you can kind of tap into that inner sense of wonder and just appreciate things and be amazed and in wonder of things, have fun. It kind of opens, it drops the veil and opens you up to connecting with those things as well. And once you do connect, you're free to ask your guides for their names if you want to. You can do that again through journaling or that free writing. And you really want to especially trust in your own psychic ability. You don't want to be doubting or over-analyzing when you're doing this work. We can always doubt and stuff like that, but there are so many things that are just out of the realm of what we can see or think. Time and space are continuums that were developed for us to all exist in society, but they're not real, if you will. So much more is out there. So just trust your own psychic ability, and the more you believe and trust, the easier it is to connect. Now, there are, according to Gabby, 5 different signs that you can look for that shows that your guides are present. So this is going to be those kind of communication style things, if you will, or submodalities as we call them in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. So you might feel the kinesthetic, a sense of peace or calm. You might feel kind of energies. You might see symbols or repeated signs all over the place. And you might feel guided just to take certain actions. You might experience physical sensations such as a tingling, warmth, or a little pressure. So all of this is perfectly just a sign. Spirit guides can also communicate through, I know sometimes I've been like just driving on the road and thinking, oh my gosh, what should I do about this? And you see this billboard and it's like, it has the exact message that you need to hear. Or someone who has no idea what's going on in your own mind just says the exact words. It can be a stranger, it can be someone you know. So really just be open and trust is some of the best advice on this, in my humble opinion. My little crazy spirit animal is running around and making a ruckus, so next week she will not be out here in this room. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed Mindful Monday. I hope it's been useful, and if you are here in the United States, I hope you have a wonderful and safe, happy Thanksgiving. Take care all. Bye.